Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds.
And today we're going to go over 24 of Joe's favorite non-fantasy authors. And we're going to play war with them to battle it out to find out which one is his favorite of the bunch.
Yes, I loved when we played war with your favorite books. I was a little jealous and I loved it so much that I wanted to have one of my own.
Yeah, so we're going to do it with authors. This is going to be fun.
I gotta admit, I'm a little nervous.
I know, like you don't like picking a favorite.
No, this is gonna be hard.
I know. We'll get you through it though.
We'll see what happens.
I'm here for support.
All right.
Are we ready?
All right, we're ready.
Let's battle it out.
All right.
First one, Sherry LaPena versus
Patricia Cornwall. Okay. I haven't read a Patricia Cornwall in a long time. Mystery, murders, this type of thing. Sherry LaPena is like one of my new favorites.
I've been enjoying her.
So I'm gonna do what you did. I'm gonna put myself back in those reading chairs. I think I've had so much more enjoyment from Sherry LaPena than Patricia Cornwall.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll keep this one.
Yeah, Patricia's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Next,
All right.
Dean Koontz.
Oh God. Versus John Saul.
Both of them are like hit or miss for you, aren't they?
They are. They are hit or miss for me. This is so hard. Dean Koontz. I feel like Dean Koontz can be really boring sometimes.
But yet you love him other times.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me about John Saul.
John Saul is fun. It's kind of cookie cutter though. Like he's the one who always has the haunted house on the covers, and like it's always
Okay.
about a haunted house.
All right.
I think I'm gonna do John Saul.
Okay. Bye, Dean.
This is scary. I don't like doing
We have
this.
to stop for the airplane. Next one, Gene Owl.
Versus Andrew Gross. Okay, so Andrew Gross used to write with James Patterson, and then he became famous, and then broke off on his own. Fun, like thriller type reads.
And how about Gene?
I mean, she wrote The Clan of the Cave Bear, my most
Oh,
nostalgic series of my life.
I think I know the answer.
Yeah, this is so thought provoking and well thought out. Andrew Gross is good, but I mean, you can't. That was a weird pairing.
Yeah, Gene's in. Okay. Next one, Lisa Jewell versus...
Harlan Coben. Oh, good Lord. This is so annoying.
He's read a lot of Lisa Jewell lately.
This wasn't a fun idea.
He's like, I'm going to do this. It's going to be fun.
So these are kind of like similar styles, similar genre.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of thrillers here. Thrillers, murder mysteries. I think I'm going to give it to Lisa Jewell.
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
Okay.
Love her.
Karen Slaughter
Ooh,
versus...
love Karen Slaughter versus Ruth Ware.
Oh, that sounds like a good pair.
Okay, Karen Slaughter. Been reading her for many years. Very, very graphic. Like, you get nauseous when she describes the murder scenes.
Mm-hmm.
My friends make fun of me because I'm behind in her series, like 6 books. And I met her. I went to the book signing. She's awesome. I really like her. And her newsletters are hysterical. Her newsletters alone, hysterical. So funny. Ruth Ware. See, Ruth Ware is hit or miss for me. The Lying Game I did not like. There was another one.
Turn of the Key. You were kind of like...
Turn of the Key was so corny.
I thought it was scary. I was terrified.
She was terrified. I was just like, are you kidding me? The doll's head rolls in the kitchen. I mean, come on.
That's terrifying.
I was like rolling my eyes. But other Ruth Wares are good, like the Woman in Cabin 10. No, I'm going to have to go with Karen.
Yeah, you're a fan.
She's more consistently just with it.
Okay.
For me.
Next one, James Patterson versus...
James Patterson. Good old JP. Tammy Hogue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I don't read James Patterson anymore. He became like this factory. He writes like 12 books a year. He has all these collaborators that he writes with. And it's like, you read them at lightning speed. It's like a good beach read. You're done in like an hour. The chapters are like a page and a half, sometimes 2 or 3. And it's just so fast. So I stopped reading him because it's like so light and so like when you compare James Patterson to Karen Slaughter.
Yeah.
Don't do that yet.
I'm like, he's going away.
No, don't do that. I'm giving a good explanation here. Like when you
Okay.
compare him to Karen Slaughter, it's like a whole other world.
But we're not comparing him to Karen Slaughter.
We're not.
Comparing
We're
him
comparing
to
him to Tammy Hogue. Now, I've read 3 of her books.
Uh-huh.
They were enjoyable. I liked them. I liked that I found a new author.
Mm-hmm.
But when I stack up, I mean, I've read hundreds of his books, and I really got. I was younger. I got a lot of enjoyment out of them. I can't throw him away on the first try.
Oh,
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't.
Got it. Karen White versus.
Ooh, Khaled Hosseini, the author of The Kite Runner. I love Karen White. She writes about the South a lot. It's like these epic family sagas that span years and years. I enjoy her. But The Kite Runner and The Mountains That Echoed and the Sun, all of his books are just like so, they're tragic and they make you feel something.
They're beautifully written.
Yeah.
But I imagine she is too.
They
I
are.
haven't read her.
But I guess I'll go with Kite Runner guy because it's like he's writing about the Middle East and it's like so different from our way of life. Like I learned a lot. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Kite Runner.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's next?
V.C. Andrews versus.
Mary Higgins Clark.
Okay.
All right. So V.C. Andrews wrote The Flowers in the Attic, hugely popular, and some follow-ups, and then she died and somebody took over. Nostalgic, fun, shocking, incest all the time. It's like weird. Mary Higgins Clark. I mean, we don't have to talk about her. She's written so many books. Her early ones are great. Now, Mary Higgins Clark, I think I've said this before, like, at the end of her writing career, like, every other chapter she introduces somebody new. And I can't keep up. I'm like, who the hell is this person? And it's like, you know, the neighbor is looking out her window and witnesses something. And then 2 chapters later, the shopkeeper talks to someone else's neighbor and they find out something. And it's all related to the murder. I mean, it's fun. It's old-fashioned. But again, kind of like James Patterson, like Mary Higgins Clark, like the amount of books that I've read throughout my life.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so enjoyable, like a lifetime of books. V.C. Andrews, I haven't read that many. I'm going to have to go with Mary Higgins Clark.
Okay.
How can I not?
Next one.
This is hard, Mary. I give you props.
Joe has never liked picking favorites. He loves them all.
I do. Okay,
All
go.
right. Frederick Bachman versus.
T.J. Klune.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Now, T.J. Klune, we love him.
We just read The House in the Cerulean Sea. We love it so much.
Such a great
Oh my
style.
God. Yeah.
And now I'm reading his other book, Under the Whispering Door, and it's equally as enjoyable. I just love his style. Frederick Bachman, I mean, he's so good. The way that he creates these imagery, the imagery, and like how he explains it and weaves it into his story. Frederick Bachman. Oh God, Mary. All right. Maybe I'll go with T.J. Klune just because it's like new and exciting.
Yes, very new and exciting for us. All right, next one. Dan Brown versus.
Jodi Picoult.
I can't read Jodi Picoult.
She makes you cry, right?
Yes. Tragic.
All tragic stuff. My Sister's
Really?
Keeper. My friend still can't get over My Sister's Keeper's ending. She's like traumatized. And Dan Brown. So Dan Brown, I mean, when he's for Angels and Demons.
I love Dan Brown.
That was so exciting when that came out. It was so popular.
I know which one my pick is, but this is Joe's pick.
Let's go with Dan Brown.
Dan Brown?
It's exciting.
All right.
This is like a cry fest.
Yes. All right, next one. Fiona Davis versus.
Susan Meissner. All right, Susan Meissner, A Fall of Marigolds. So good. Some other ones that I can't remember the names of, but you just remember the feeling. I don't remember the titles, but it's just so good. Fiona Davis, all about New York City. I love New York City. Love all her books about New York City.
This is hard because I know you like both of these a lot.
I do. But if we really break it down, well, once upon a time, we had said my most recommended book was The Fall of Marigolds.
That's true.
And it was Susan Meissner.
Oh my God, Fiona Davis is going away?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked.
See what happens?
Wow. I wouldn't have predicted that.
Okay.
Okay, last one in this first round. Mitch Albom versus.
I love him. Garth Stein. Okay. Yeah, this is hard. I would put them in the same vein. Mitch Albom, Tuesdays with Maury. Come on. That was just amazing. 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Such good books. Like thought-provoking, feeling books. Feeling, Mary. We feel when we read these things. Garth Stein, The Art of Racing in the Rain. That was so good. That was about the dog. That was so good. His other one was weird, though. Kind of weird. So, consistency. I'm going to have to go with Mitch Albom.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it.
All right, so let's see. How many do we still have here? pick one.
Oh my gosh.
Randomly, so we have an even 6 and 6. Who's gonna like? Okay.
Now this
There
is
we
my
go.
pile?
Yep, that's your pile.
Okay.
All right. Ready? You can do this.
Are you going in order or?
Yeah, we're just gonna go in order. Ready?
All right.
Sherry LaPenna versus.
John Saul. Shire LaPenna.
Absolutely. I knew you'd say that. Jean All versus.
Oh my God. Khalid Hassani. Okay, so Jean Owl, however you say her name, guys. So what I didn't say about her is like these books are so long.
Mm-hmm.
They're so long, and like I've told you this before. She goes on and on about the vegetation and the trees, and like I'm not even joking with you. Like for pages and pages and pages describing the trees and what she's hunting and gathering and doing all this stuff and the terrain. So at times it does get boring.
Yeah.
And I did read this at a young age. Don't preempt me. Stop it.
That sounds like a negative. It's going away.
When I was younger, who wants to read about that? But I did find it interesting. I loved it. I would stay up to like 3 a.m. reading. I was in like freshman in high school. I'm not ready to let go of her.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
I'm keeping her.
Keep her.
Okay. Next one, Lisa Jewell versus
Mary Higgins Clark. I almost feel like it would be disrespectful to Mary Higgins Clark.
But you really love Lisa Jewell.
I do, and she's
you have to think about yourself.
She's
like,
a little old-fashioned.
Even think about like right now, if I sat down in a reading chair, which one do I want to have in my hand?
Yeah.
It's Lisa Jewell. He's like,
It
don't
is.
tell me my business.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Mary Higgins Clark. God rest
Okay.
your soul.
Next one, Karen Slaughter versus.
Oh my God, T.J. Klune.
It's a weird pairing.
It's a very weird pairing.
But if you sat down to have to read one now, which would you want to pick up? It might not be fair because he's reading the T.J. Klune right now.
So there's like conflicting feelings because I'm very invested in all these characters that she created.
Yeah.
Yet, how come I haven't picked them up?
I know.
In 5
Why
years?
are you behind so much? Right.
There's a reason.
Right.
They do get a little cumbersome, as Mary would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess the proof is, all right, go ahead.
I crumpled.
Go ahead. My friends are
Okay.
going to kill me, but all right.
All right, you're allowed to
Okay.
find new authors that you love. It's acceptable.
Oh, I know.
Be nice to him, friends. Next
One in particular is going to kill me.
Dan Brown versus.
Susan Meissner. I've read so many of these types of books in my life. Like, it's like thrillers, murder, mysteries. As you can see, a lot of these are that type. And when I found Susan Meissner, I was like, wow, like this is like feelings. All right, I'm going to give it to Susan Meissner.
Okay. Mitch Albom versus.
James Patterson. All right. Let's for the same reason. Let's get rid of James Patterson. He's cookie cutter. He's boring after a while. Mitch makes me feel something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Sherry LaPenna.
Or T.J. Klune. I am so excited when I read her books.
Yeah.
They keep me. I can't even explain the feeling. So T.J. Klune, I love you, and I'm going to continue you, but I'm going to give it to Sherry.
Okay. Now you're down to one.
Yeah.
So here I have. Take that. Okay. So Jean Owl versus.
Susan Meissner. I mean, what this woman did, like, it's ridiculous. It is such a good book series. It's so different.
Wow.
It is, yeah.
All right.
Jean Owl, Clan of the Cave Bear. I'm going to keep her over Susan Meissner.
Wow. That always has been your favorite book, though.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
All right, Lisa Jewell versus.
Mitch Albom. Okay. I love my thrillers.
Yes.
I do. It's like my first. It's how I got into reading when I was younger. So,
Lisa Jewell.
I guess I'll go with Lisa Jewell.
Okay, so that we are down to the final three, whom you adore.
Mitch.
Bye, Mitch. Sorry, man. We're down to Shari LaPena, Jean Owl, and Lisa Jewell.
Okay.
Who would you eliminate from the final three?
Okay, so I'm going to eliminate one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get Lisa Jewell out.
Oh, okay.
Lisa Jewell's going to go.
Wow.
So we're left with Shari LaPena and Jean Owl.
Okay. So your favorite.
Wow.
Can you do it? Which one?
Wow. Okay, so we know that I don't reread books, right?
Right.
I always said that I want to reread The Clan of the Cave Bear and its follow-up, The Valley of Horses, because of the feeling that I got when I read them. Like, I'm not going to reread a Shari LaPena. Like, I'm not. It was so good, but, like, I'm not going to reread a mystery. You can't reread a mystery. You know who did it.
Okay.
So, wow. I have to go with Jean Owl. I can't believe this has stood the test of time.
Look at that.
This is crazy.
That's like true in his heart love right there. Because all these other authors, you love them so much, but this one is like truly in your heart. This was not predetermined.
No. I went to a New York City book signing with her where she like told us like how she researched the last book, and it was all about she went to France, and this woman, she's like older, she like crawled, it was called the Land of Painted Caves, and all about how like the people back in the day would like, you know, not hieroglyphics, but they would write on the cave walls, and she went into the freaking caves to research for this book in France.
Wow.
And it's
Cool.
like, wow, lady, like you did that. So I make everybody read these books, and they've become like part of my life, and
Now it's time for you to reread them.
I really should reread them.
Yeah. You're not a rereader, but it's
I'm not.
time. Do you guys reread? I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Well, I know Harry Potter.
Yes.
What else?
I've reread Graceland, the full series. I mean, I mostly reread if there's a series that hasn't had, it's been like a long delay for the next book to come out.
Yeah.
I might reread the book from beforehand, but I mostly reread when my kids start wanting to read the book that I read that I loved, then I'll reread with them. So I don't know if I would just like reread something that I read a year or two or 3 or 4 or 5 ago. I don't know if I would reread like that.
Right.
But it's time for you to reread this one from your youth for sure.
I think it is.
You can do it.
I think this is the year.
Yeah.
This is the year to do it.
So guys, let us know what you thought of this little competition of the authors, and if you have any opinions about any of them, let us know.
And if you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.
Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary. Stop
And-
dancing. I don't think I can do the whole video like this with my arm getting hit. Okay. I'm ready.
All right, let me just stand here all boring. Hold on.
How are we posing? So are we duking it out?
Uppercut. Put him up, put him up.
Probably good.
I'm like Popeye.